Welcome to Crack It. As we all know, Java has released its latest JDK21 version on September 19, 2023. Today, we will discuss about the new features of JDK21. Why are we discussing this? This will become the common interview question hereafter. Let's start our discussion to understand the new features. Let's now dig into the new and preview features that Java offered in this version 21. So these are the main highlights. What are those? Virtual threads, record patterns, pattern matching for switch statements, sequenced collections, string templates, that's in preview, scoped values, that's in preview, structured concurrency in preview, unnamed patterns and variables in preview, unnamed classes and instance main methods preview. We'll see the brief overview of what all these are in this video, and we will see a detailed explanation in our future videos. What are virtual threads? Why will we use it? Because these virtual threads are lightweight threads and that will dramatically reduce the effort of writing, maintaining and observing high throughput concurrent applications. Also, like the traditional threads, this virtual thread is also an instance of the Java thread class. Also, this virtual threads runs its code on an underlying OS thread, but it will not block the OS thread for the code's entire lifetime. What does that mean? It will not block it for the entire lifetime, so that OS thread will become free for some time, and during that time some other virtual thread can use it. So keeping the OS threads free means that millions of virtual threads can run their Java code on the same OS thread, effectively sharing it. So one OS thread will be shared by multiple virtual threads. Let's discuss about the record patterns. Record patterns were the review features in JDK 19 and JDK 20, and this JDK 21 finalized this feature. If you're not clear about what record or record pattern is, understand it as a feature of Java 21 now. We will anyways make a detailed video along with the examples in future. Records in Java are transparent and immutable carriers for data. These are like the POJO classes only, which will carry the data. And the record patterns in Java JDK 21 enables the deconstruction of the record values, and the record patterns and type patterns can now be nested. And this nested patterns add depth and composability to the data queries, improving the expressiveness. Also, to enable a declarative and composable form of data navigation and processing. Pattern matching for switch. Before JDK 21, we won't be able to use record patterns with the switch statements, but with JDK 21, yes, we will be able to use it now. Next is a very interesting feature, and that's the sequenced collections. With JDK 21, a new set of collection interfaces are introduced. Why? To enhance the experience of using collections. So what are those enhancements? These new interfaces represents the collection in the encountered order. So now the collection interfaces, these sequenced collection interfaces will have a well-defined first element, second element, and so forth up to the last element. So with these new interfaces, we will now have the method to return the first element, the last element, and so forth and so on. These newly added interfaces provides a uniform API to access these elements in the sequence or in the reverse order. String templates are the most expected Java feature that is in preview now. So what is it? Using this feature, we can now create string templates which can contain embedded expressions, and those expressions can be evaluated at runtime. What does that mean? We can now create the strings, and those strings can have expressions, and those expressions will be evaluated during the runtime. So the template strings can contain variables, methods or fields which can all be computed at the runtime to produce a formatted string as an output. Next is scoped values, which is also in preview. What is it? So across the threads, can we share data? Yes, from JDK 21 preview feature of the scoped variables, we will be able to share data across and within the threads. And these scoped values allow a value, which is an object, to be stored for a limited time in such a way that only the thread that wrote the value can read it. The next feature, structured concurrency, is also in preview. What is the structured concurrency? This feature is used to simplify Java concurrent programs by treating multiple tasks running in different threads into a single unit of work. So since it is considering the different threads forked from the same parent as a single unit of work, this will help in managing all the threads as a unit. So what is the benefit out of it? What is the benefit of considering these threads as a single unit of work? The cancelling of these threads or the error handling can be done more reliable way. We have a new feature that is nothing but the unnamed patterns and the variables, and that is in preview. What is it? The unnamed variable feature allows us to skip naming of the variable and simply use an underscore in place of it. Suppose in few places, suppose consider in a catch block we have an exception, we are catching it using the ex variable, but we are not using it anywhere. Instead of ex we can just put underscore there. So here the underscore signifies the absence of the name. There is no need for us to define a name there. Instead we can skip it. Unnamed classes and instance main methods. This is also in the preview. As the name suggests, we can have unnamed classes. We can write classes without declaration, public and static modifiers. We have discussed about all the main highlights of the Java 21. We will discuss about the other changes. The other changes are generational ZGC, foreign function and the memory API. This is in third preview. Vector API. Deprecate the Windows 32-bit x86 port. Prepare to disallow the dynamic loading of agents. Key encapsulation mechanism API. We are going to make videos for all these features along with the examples. So please stay tuned. Thanks for watching Crack It. Please do like, share and subscribe for latest updates.